It was another cold one. In fact, temperatures started in that freezing range again. Again, not as shocking as it was on Monday morning, but still plenty cold out there. In fact, many of us touching down at the freezing mark or slightly below that. 30 in Arlington. We got 25s in Shelton and Olympia. Even out near the coast, it was close to freezing. And the mercury really didn't move a whole lot today. As we take a look at temperatures out there right now, we're talking mid-upper 30s, 38 in Renton and Seattle, 33 in Bellingham, 40 out towards Forks. That seems balmy, doesn't it? And we still have Wenatchee and Ellensburg holding on to some mid-20s there as well. While we're on the topic, overnight lows clearly will not be particularly warm either. In fact, many of us will be touching down below that freezing mark again, especially down towards Puyallup, Shelton. Olympia getting to 28, 39 in Forks, 33. It looks like we'll hold steady in Bellingham. So what's going on right now? Well, we've got this ridge of high pressure we've been kind of watching just get compressed over the last couple of days as a couple of beefy low pressure systems are setting up off in the North Pacific there. So what we've got is some wraparound moisture. In fact, it is wrapping around close to Bellingham right now. Taking a live look out towards the harbor. Looks like winds are relatively calm, just a little bit of a chop on the water, but I am tracking kind of a rain-snow mix right there in the neighborhood, especially up towards Whatcom County, coming off of Vancouver Island and the northwestern tip of the Olympic Peninsula. In fact, as we zoom in there, a couple of things I want to point out. Seeing a rain-snow mix along 101 there off towards Forks, and then towards Bellingham. Look at this, up towards Blaine, seeing more white than I'm seeing pink, indicating that we are watching some flurries fly. I don't expect that to accumulate, very similar to what we saw earlier this morning farther towards the south, but it looks like this will be a constant throughout the rest of the evening there. In fact, let's zoom it in one more level. Looks like Birch Bay has got some snow flying. Ferndale's kind of right on the edge of that, and then Bellingham is on the further periphery. While we're talking about snow levels, well, as you just saw, they are low, down to about 400 feet tonight. So looks like lowland snow accumulation will not be a thing. In fact, virtually everybody's got a zero coming through, but you know what, you may see some lawn level snow, especially up towards Whatcom County. So we get to about midnight tonight, we'll continue to track that moisture moving through. We will also start to see some snow flying basically from the central to the northern Cascades. So it looks like Stevens Pass and Baker will do pretty well from this. Looks like a little bit of convergence will set up in the very early morning hours of Wednesday, and we'll continue to see some flurries fly up by the Canadian border there. It's just going to come through in little waves there, especially as it gets cold overnight tonight. Take a look at tomorrow though. By the time we get into the afternoon and evening, this is right around sunset, and it could actually be a pretty decent one. We'll stay dry through the day on Thursday, and then we're going to start to see a more active pattern move in as we go towards the weekend. So in the short term, we're going to see temperatures that will be bouncing up into the upper 40s and lower 50s for the next few days. Some dry weather Wednesday and Thursday, and then we're going to be seeing lots of rain down low and plenty of snow up high.